I'm here with my kids in one of our apartments, and we are in the common laundry where we have the washer and the dryer. And today is Thursday. It's almost payday for the kids. And now they're collecting their payment, and the income is getting from
dryer unlocks the washer and washer unlocks the dryer.
We are getting it from this common laundry, the washer and the dryer. So Jaden is now counting his coins, his quarters here. And look at that, and they're looking for states of the USA. So Jaden, what can you tell me about income?
I don't know if we can get money.
Okay, it's when we get money. And what can you tell me about examples of income?
If you work at McDonald's and you pay it as income?
Yes, if you work at McDonald's as its employee, then you get income from it. Okay, what other forms of income can you give our listeners and viewers?
Working at Walmart.
Working at?
Walmart.
Working at Walmart. So aside from working at Walmart and McDonald's, what other forms of income can we get?
Working at Wendy's.
Aside from working at McDonald's, Wendy's, McDonald's, and other, aside from being an employee, Jaden, what other forms of income can people derive, or kids like you?
Owning a McDonald franchise.
Wow, owning a McDonald franchise. But before you even get to owning a McDonald franchise, okay, how can a kid like you earn income?
Sell candy.
That's right, sell candies. Aside from selling candies, what other forms of income do you get? How are you able to get income from me or from the business? What do you do? Share them what you do.
I work for you.
You what?
I work for
You?
you. I work for you. Like, okay.
Oh, Jaden works for me in the apartment, and that, my dear friends, the quarter almost dropped. And Grant Cardone, I remembered about quarters. And Grant Cardone was playing with his quarters, and he bought 1 quarter. So he was so happy that he got 1 quarter from his granddad. And so he wanted to go to the store to buy some candies. And so when he was going to the store, he was playing just like a kid, right? He would play with a quarter going to the store. And guess what? When he was playing with a quarter, just like what happened a few minutes ago, is he lost the quarter because the quarter went into the drain hole, a rain drain hole. And he tried to reach us as hard as he could, but his hands were not elastic, man. So he could not get the quarter back from the drain hole. So he went back home and told his grandfather that, grandfather, I lost my quarter. And he also told his dad that, Dad, I lost my quarter. And two men from this, from the same bloodline gave 2 different answers. His father said, my son, never ever ever play with money. Now, the grandfather has a different answer, and you know what it is? Guess what? His grandfather say, my son, when you go out and play with a quarter, when you go out, never ever just have multiple quarters. You see, in life that is also true. We should not just rely on one form of income. We should have multiple streams of income. So if I'm an employee, I would do double job, right? If the time allows, and if there's other forms of businesses that would hire me as a W-2 or a part-time employee, or I could create my own side hustle, which is also another form of income. So George, what can you tell me about liabilities?
They're expenses.
Okay, so they are expenses. What does it do? What does it do to your own money?
You lose it.
You what? You lose it?
Money from liabilities.
Yeah, so that is money coming from your pocket, and that's how you lose it. So with your accounting, right, personal financial statement, what is your liability?
I don't know, when I buy something.
When you buy something, like what?
I don't know, anything. If I need to buy something.
Okay, how can you turn a liability into an asset?
Well, that's difficult.
Huh? What happened to your cookie or candy earlier? You don't have to name names. So what do you think happened to the cookie, which is a liability, and how did you turn it
It's not
into
a
an asset?
liability, I got it for free.
Okay, so you got it for free, and how did you turn it into an asset?
Sold it for
I just sold
$5.
it.
He sold it. So an asset becomes a liability, and a liability becomes an asset. An asset, remember, puts money into your pocket, and a liability takes money away from your pocket. So in order to, for example, in apartments, if apartment is vacant, then it is a liability, because now who's paying for the rent? Who's paying for the property taxes? Who's paying for the utilities? Now the money is coming from you. But you can turn a liability into an asset by finding tenants. And yes, that will take time, especially if it's an off season. So my dear friends, this is George, Jaden, and I. And what do you see? We hope we provide value to you. So take care until next time. God bless. Bye.